Good afternoon. So this is the big one. This is the 6-week rotation update and also the update for my activity from last week commencing the 10th of November. So yeah, this is update number 18. So this signifies also 18 weeks since I started doing the activity at 50 and over 50. And today we're going to do a bit of a walk. Haven't been out for a walk for a bit because the weather has been absolutely atrocious. So yeah, we're going from the arch, which is just behind me, and we're going to go all the way over to the obelisk, which is over in that field. And then we're going to go further than that. We're going to go all the way over to the Dovecot, which is another field or so over. And then we're going to walk into Wroxton and go and show you some of Wroxton Abbey, which is a beautiful place. So we best get walking so that we can do the update as we go. So in this video, gaming live streams have now started again. I'm planning to batch create some short form content. I'm starting to actually look at wild camping for next year. We'll have the update for the activity last week, and we'll also have the big 6-week update. So yeah, last week I finally took the plunge, and after 3 years I got back into doing game stream again. So I was game streamer during COVID, and for 2 years full on I was doing game streaming. I'm not the best gamer in the world, but I'm an old guy, I play games, so it's sort of a bit of a niche. Yeah, I did a couple of hours, hour and a half, couple of hours streaming on Thursday last week, and I felt really good. It felt really good to get back to it. It's another bit of content which I create. So if you're interested, go down to the description. My channel, SheppyZ, is there. You can go and follow that on YouTube or subscribe to that on YouTube, and also follow me on Twitch if you watch Twitch. Right, made it to the obelisk just here. Big old bit of stone in the middle of the field. And so the next thing I was talking about at the beginning of the video is I'm planning to batch create some short form content. Now this would be around the knots, the seamanship and the rope work area to start that off. And I'm looking to batch create probably about 15 videos, all short form content. And I'm going to release those over a matter of 2 weeks. Possibly one a day, just to get that area of the content which I'm going to try and create in the future a big start. And that's not just going to be on YouTube, that'll be on YouTube Shorts, but it will also be on TikTok. Not quite sure whether I'm going to put it across Facebook and Instagram yet on Reels, but we'll see how it goes on YouTube and TikTok. I want to try and do more on TikTok if I can and create more short form content in that style. But we'll see once it starts coming out, and then you can let me know what you think in the comments. My TikTok channel is linked down in the description if you want to go and follow me on TikTok. Just walking along, you can just about see the chimneys of the Abbey just there in front of us. So we've got a little way to walk yet until we can get into the grounds. But when we get to the grounds, you're not actually allowed to have drones in there. So the drones will be staying in the bag. So as not to disturb the wildlife in the gardens is the main reason why. So we will keep them in the bag and we won't let them out. These little mounds. Let me know in the comments if you know what these mounds are. Not moles, are we? Very strange. Oh, you can tell by my huffing and puffing, I'm walking up a slope. Right, for a gate. Smooth. And there we go. And that's the third Wroxton Abbey landmark. This is the Dovecot. Again, built in the same stone as the obelisk and the arch, though the arch always looks a lot older than the Dovecot. but they're all built around the same time. They're all built around 1700s. So yeah, so the third thing is we're looking to go wild camping in the new year, in the spring. Myself and a good friend, we said we're going to start looking at doing a bit of wild camping, and not sure where. We've got to think about where we can go, and if we want to go on private land, we really need to get the permission to do it. We are very, very green-minded, so we will not leave a trace wherever we go. We won't be using campfires on the floor. We'll be doing it very, very cleanly. But it does mean I'm going to have to get some kit to be able to do the wild camping. And this sort of kit I'm going to gradually bring into this channel for when we're doing outdoor stuff. So the sort of kit I'm talking about is obviously tarps and weights to set them up. And obviously that's going to bring in the seamanship and rope work stuff, so the knots and things is going to be helpful for that sort of stuff. Also, we're going to look at cooking kits, sleeping kits, tents, all the things we're going to need for when we go wild camping. Clothing as well. I know I'm going to have to invest in some thermal trousers. I've got a thermal top on today and this really thin thermal jacket. But more of that sort of stuff is going to be appearing on this channel. And hopefully it's just all going to tie in and mesh really well with the outdoor stuff, the rope work, the drones flying around and stuff like that, to get really nice cinematic views of places. But also, obviously the rope work is going to be key on that. Keeping fit as well, over 50. I'm always going to be doing the active over 50 is a big thing for me. I want to keep active. And you'll notice at the end of this how much I have walked over the last 18 weeks is it's blown me away completely. But yeah, stay to the end to find out what I've done steps wise and kilometres wise over the last 18 weeks. So this is the grounds of Wroxton Abbey. When I say Wroxton Abbey, it's now pretty much called Wroxton College. I think it's the Furley Dickinson College, and it tends to take in American students to study here in England, and they're accommodated here and taught here, and it's a beautiful place. Let me just switch you around and show you what you see as you're coming up the driveway. And it's free to come in and have a look at the grounds and at the gardens. Beautiful place, but look at these trees. Beautiful, isn't it? Those trees are amazing. And the actual building is astonishing. Look at it. Absolutely beautiful. And not only that, it's only about, what, a 45-minute walk for me over here to enjoy all this. It's beautiful. Pays to know what's actually on your doorstep. I'm going to go and walk around the lakes now. The lakes are absolutely gorgeous as well. Lots of waterfowl, lots of ducks, geese, different sorts of waterborne birds. So let's go and take a look. So peaceful. But no drone flying. It was one of the rules. So they don't want anybody flying drones in here, which I can understand. Especially when you've got all these different animals and things in here. They don't want anything upsetting them. and it's all really, really well maintained. I just spoke to the groundsman. He's an old chap, but it's his life. One of my friends, he says he feels he's the richest guy in the world because he lives with all this. He looks after it all, keeps it beautifully. What a beautiful day for it as well. Absolutely gorgeous. That blue sky, it's not going to last, I don't think. I think we're supposed to be getting some snow coming through. So that'll be exciting. It always happens though, doesn't it? We always get snow way before Christmas or way after Christmas. We're never normally on at Christmas, do we? I don't know what the odds are this year for a white Christmas. I shouldn't think they're that good, to be honest. Right, let's find a place to sit and finish off the update this week, and also the update for the 6-week rotation. Not a bad little backdrop, is it? Right, I'm not going to compete with that. They can make their noise as much as they want. It's their habitat. So last week's activity, I've got the results already because normally I do this on a Sunday, but today, because it's a bit late and I was out gallivanting yesterday on a birthday celebration, so today it's sort of a case of let's do the activity, got all the results. So this is from the week starting 10th of November, and we did quite a low week. Yeah, so 30.56 kilometres, 39,006 steps, and 114 floors climbed. So quite a low one, but weather was atrocious this week, last week even, and I was sort of levelling it out a bit because the week before we had a mega week. So this week is quite a low week. I think it's the lowest week we've had so far. But hey ho, I'd like to level things out, and hopefully next week will be your sort of standard week around 40k. But yeah, low week. But I'm not bothered by it. I think it's still quite a decent amount. They're competing with me now. Do a bit more walking, head round the other side of the lake, and I'll show you a bit more of this picturesque area. So as a kid, I used to live literally over the fields, a couple of fields across from here. So this was like an area we always used to come and walk around during the summer months, in the autumn, in the spring. Beautiful place. People always used to come over here. Some of them used to actually swim in that. I don't think I'd want to swim in there. But it has all been closed off with a good amount of fencing now. So to come in, you have to come in through the main gate or the side gate. It's to protect the place, really. If you had this all open without these fences, I mean, you can see the fences just here, it would get ruined, get wrecked. You'd have people in here having fires, wild camping. I mean, wild camping, you know, if you do it right, is fine. It's not an issue. But too often people do wild camping and they do it wrongly. And they wreck the place, burn the ground, leave their rubbish. And I've experienced that firsthand on many of my walks, especially in the local woods. So yeah, it's a good thing they've closed all this off, because it means that people who appreciate the nature and all these beautiful trees they can appreciate it without it being ruined. The way you can hear that water, that's the waterfall from one lake down to the other. I'm sure all the water from here is actually from Sawbrook, you know. So there you go. So in total I think there's 3 lakes. There's one on the outside of the property, which we walked past as we were coming up towards the Dovecot. Then there's another big lake at the top, which runs into that lake we just went past. And then there is this area here, which just runs into Sawbrook. But yeah, lovely place to come and have a walk around and enjoy nature, enjoy the trees, enjoy the trails. Gorgeous. Squirrels everywhere. Beautiful tree avenues. So yeah, 6-week update. So the last 6 weeks we did, so in the last 6 weeks prior, we did 218.49 kilometres, which is 136 miles, and 287,531 steps. So this 6-week rotation, we have done an improvement of 50 kilometres, 258.4 kilometres, which is 160 miles. That is 334,340 steps. So 18 weeks since we started this Active at 50. Now, this was crazy when I added all this up. So since we've been doing Active at 50 and Active over 50, we have in total done 725.88 kilometres, which is 451 miles. I can't believe that I would have walked that far within 18 weeks. It's mad. That is 963,720 steps, which is bonkers. So that distance, 450 miles, that's like walking from Banbury, where I live, all the way up to the Highlands, sort of towards the top of the Highlands in Scotland. It's also equivalent to walking to, if you could walk through the Channel Tunnel, walking halfway into France. And then also, it would be like walking from here to Germany, which is crazy. But yeah, let's see how the next 6 weeks goes. And we'll give you an update on how many steps we did in 21 weeks. 21 weeks? No, 18, 24 weeks. So yeah, that's going to be another one. That's going to be over 1,000, 100, no, it's going to be almost 1 million steps, I should imagine. So if you liked what you saw today, then please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications to see more of this content when it comes out on a Monday. And also look out for my other channel, SheppyZ, where I'm doing my gaming streams on a Thursday. But yeah, thanks for tuning in today, and I will see you either on Thursday or next Monday.